We have 4 out of the 6 playoff games complete. As you can see, both number 2 seeds get their victory, and both number 3 teams get upset. We have the Texans losing to the Colts and the 49ers losing to the Falcons, although that was the game to watch, the 49ers versus the Falcons, Breeze versus Manning. And then you see the upcoming games here is Cleveland versus Denver and Green Bay versus Chicago. So let's get to the Cleveland Browns versus the Denver Broncos. This playoff game marks the last team in my 32-team franchise that has not made a playoffs finally make the playoffs, and that is the Cleveland Browns. Now, first drive, this has been my life with Sam Bradford. I do not like Sam Bradford in this game one bit. Terrible accuracy, but he somehow got Denver the 5th seed in this franchise. You can tell it's not rigged. None of these games are rigged. I have no favorites. I have played these games with teams that I did not like or didn't like the makeup or was kind of inside rooting for another team, only to have, the team I didn't really want to win or blow out or come away with a last-second victory. But Denver found a way here. I've been trying to see if I can move on from Bradford, but just can't. But despite that turnover leads to a Gonzalez, Pryor, an Ohio State, Cleveland Brown touchdown. Beautiful play there. Terrell Pryor was the Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. Had over 1,000 yards rushing. This year he had about over 500 yards rushing. But he still is that 6'4" frame speedster. As you can see, a beautiful run right there. And you can see that good little cut frame to Pryor. And what do you think's going to happen next? He is going to run. And you see Brandon Graham cannot keep up with them. And Pryor runs it in for a touchdown. Cleveland already up by 2 scores. Pryor is trying to do what Cam Newton did last year. So Pryor and Newton were rookies, and they were both fighting for Rookie of the Year. But it was Cam Newton who made the playoffs from the 7th seed and made the Super Bowl, only losing to the 49ers. Pryor got the Rookie of the Year. Now he has a chance to make the Super Bowl and bring Cleveland their first Super Bowl appearance since the expansion team was brought back to Cleveland. And if the entire Cleveland franchise ever made the Super Bowl. So here we go, Pryor back to pass, and boom, there we go. Courtney Roby, a late season acquisition for them. I was trying to get a real receiver on this team because they have a bunch of Ohio State receivers. They got Sanzenbacher, they've got Robisky, Gonzalez, but they really needed a real weapon, and so I brought in Roby. I think he's 6'3", bigger receiver. And there you can see another throw there, and this is completed to their tight end, first-round pick, Dwayne Allen. Allen went, I think, in the 3rd round, first pick to the Colts after they picked Luck and Fleener. But the Browns reached on him, but I was trying to get them a skill player, and I didn't like who was there at the time. So they went with the best tight end on the draft board, and that was Dwayne Allen. And so far, he's been pretty solid for them, and I think he will be solid for them moving forward. So big first down there, and then you see the handoff to Felix Jones. Felix Jones was with the New Orleans Saints, came over to Cleveland last offseason. They lost Steve Slayton to Jacksonville, and Slayton and Felix Jones were both a 74 overall. I've been trying to let people go more often than keep them just for the sake of salary cap and more realism. So I try to move on from people faster. There you see Bradford connecting with Mohamed Sanu. Sanu was drafted partly because they have A.J. Green on this team. So you have A.J. Green and Mohamed Sanu that were on the Bengals in real life. Now they're in Denver in real life. But they've been a pretty good wide receiver combo with Miles Austin there in Denver. But despite that, it's a 31-10 victory for the Cleveland Browns. Not really much of a contest. So Cleveland comes away with their first playoff appearance in my franchise and their first playoff victory. So there we go. You can see the stats. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more content. Hope you're enjoying this series like I am.